use Jack Harlow's album cover. The thing has like a good amount of clues. If you guys don't know Jack Harlow, you could literally just look up where he's from. You could probably see Louisville. So immediately we can assume this is going to be in Louisville. We have the license plate in the background. You're obviously not going to be able to read the license plate, but you could match this license plate to a Kentucky license plate probably pretty quickly. We can probably search Kentucky license plate, and we can probably see here pretty quickly that it looks like a Kentucky license plate, right? Now we know we're Kentucky. What are we going to do? Well, there's this thing called trash cans. What trash cans are good for is that they're regional. You have this trash can here. We have the logos there. If I search, I'm gonna search the Louisville trash can, right? And I'm gonna go to images, and I'm gonna click the first image. Oh, that's... Everyone knows the dad that definitely has that trash can. Open image, a new tab, zoom in, analyze image. That's the same trash can, same logo. That logo right there is that logo right there. Easy peasy, we're in Louisville, Kentucky. There's two addresses here in this photo that are extremely helpful. On the shed, 1948, if you can make that out. I can read that because I'm good, but if you can't read that, we can go here. On the garbage can here, we have 195. And so we can assume here is we can definitely make that's an 8, and assume we're gonna be on the right side, it's gonna be even numbers. So we're gonna have 195, because it's gonna be 1950, because it's gonna be right next to it. So we know that there's an address 1948 next to 1950 in Louisville, Kentucky, and now we're making progress. There's this really cool website that you guys probably have never heard of, Overpass Turbo. Overpass Turbo is basically a website that uses OpenStreetMap data. This is like what it would look like after you're done coding. It's actually not that hard at all. But if you guys don't want to learn how to do that, good thing we're in 2023 and we have this thing called ChatGPT, right? We have these two addresses, 1948 and 1950 in Louisville, Kentucky. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say write me Overpass Turbo 2. I'm trying to make myself look cool by having like 150 words per second. 1948 addresses, Louisville, Kentucky. And you click enter, and it'll literally write you a whole code, and then it'll tell you how to run it. And so you literally just copy this code, go back to your empty blank over here in Overpass Turbo, and click run. So what we get here after we run our query, so this is every address in Louisville, Kentucky that is 1948. And we can assume we're gonna be next to 1950 again. You can see 1950 there. We can see we're gonna be next to 1950s. So we didn't really need the other address because it's kind of just under the assumption. And so we have here to have tons of different nodes. Luckily, there's not too many. So it's basically just manually going through here, right? And just looking at all of them. And so the good thing about Overpass Turbo is that you can literally click and there's coordinates right here. It tells you like everything about it too, or what they know about that. And you can go through to Google Maps and paste and change the coordinates a bit, and it should take you right to the coordinates. But we can see here that we have a ton on kind of like this right here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to zoom in. I'm just going to go through and place my pin on 1948. But the big thing to remember too is like, oh, we go to 1948 and we're like, wow, this is boring. Yeah, it's a lot of manual search. But the thing to remember too is that we want to go into the alleys and not the front, because this is, we can tell from the photo this is going to be the back of a house, not the front of a house. Things like that make sense, right? If you look right here, you can also see like this resembles a shed from the image as well with the basketball goal. So I'm pretty confident in this, and yep. And it's right here. Boom. Brand new Google Maps location just dropped in.